And welcome back to the channel, and welcome to an Assetto Corsa Competizione video. Now this is something that I've not done here on the channel. I've played this game a load, but I've just never, for whatever reason, made a video on it. There was always plenty of people out there already doing that. But if you've been watching recently, you'll know that I've been doing a whole load of stuff with Automobilista 2. In fact, if you do want to go and check any of those videos out, they are displayed here on the screen. But if you go down to the description just below, you'll be able to select any one of those to go and watch once you've finished here. Now, since Automobilista 2 actually released, it has pretty much consumed all of my free time. I've been having so much fun with it. It's been really nice just experimenting with the new cars, and the fact that I never played the original one, a lot of the content within that game is actually very fresh to me. So yeah, I've been having a great time with it, but I figured I've played a load of that now. Why don't I go back to ACC, which I actually thought was a fantastic game when that first came out, but I just haven't played it for a very long time. But I wanted to go back, see how it feels now after playing Automobilista 2. So for today's video, what I'm going to be doing is taking Benjamin Go's Porsche 991 for the GPX racing team out at Silverstone, just to see how well I can manage to do. Now, I have had a couple of practice goes before recording this video, and as always, I've got consistently better, but I know full well as soon as I hit that record button on the camera next to me, I'm going to make all sorts of mistakes, particularly on the last lap, as I always do. So it's going to be a matter of getting out to the front, or as close to the front as I possibly can, as fast as possible, so I don't leave myself an impossible task when it comes to trying to get a podium later in the race. As always, I'm going to be on the G29, but I have got a slight issue here with ACC. Since I played this before, my upshift button has actually stopped working, and you can't map the H pattern to this game because it was only sequentially changed or paddle changed. So I have got an issue here, so what I've had to do is actually set this to automatic, which isn't ideal. It's not something I normally do, but for this one race, I'm going to be doing it.
Go in double file.
Okay, so here we go. I have actually got the grid set up as completely random, and I've got the luck of the draw there in 16th position, but at least it should make for an interesting race. So I'm actually driving up in formation here, so I need to stay behind the car in front until we get the green light. So that should be coming any second now. I'm going to try and get to the front as quick as I possibly can, or as close to it as I can. Here we go. So green light, I'm going to go straight down the middle here in between all these cars. I need to be a little bit careful that I'm not going to create an accident here on the first corner, but I just tuck in behind the BMW and it seems okay. Got a Nissan just over to the right there. Now it seems like the pack has split quite nicely actually, so it should be relatively safe here. Just pick one by one and go through the different positions. I've just got to be a little bit careful with my brake. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm okay. Which actually brings me to my first point. I think I might be able to take this guy now. I'm just going to sit down the right hand side here and hope the Porsche's got enough legs to get past this GTR. It's just sitting there. We go. I'm straight past him. So yeah, the first point I really wanted to make was coming back to this after playing Automobilista. It just feels so well polished, and it's probably not a fair thing to say considering Automobilista is obviously still in early access. It's still a beta form, and as such I can't really judge it as a fully released game. But that being said, it's not far from release, but you walk into this this game and it is like a different world altogether. Now, I think the main thing here to sort of discuss is the fact that Assetto Corsa Competizione just focuses on one type of racing, one type of vehicle, and because of that, they can get it absolutely spot on. And that's exactly what they've done, or at least that's what it feels like anyway. That's not to say that it's taken me quite a bit to get back into this game now. The fact that a lot of the cars I've been driving in Automobilista are really varied, and a lot of them are very heavily rear-wheel drive and love to spin out, can cause you loads of issues. You do have to be very careful. And then stepping back into this game, the cars just seem to grip endlessly. You can't really do too much wrong. Okay, you can spin out every now and again, and depending on what you've got your wing set to, sometimes that can have quite a negative effect on the way the car is actually handling. However, it just feels so much easier to drive this game. Now, whether that's a good or a bad thing, I do not know. But honestly, the confidence I now have driving these GT3 cars is just so much better than it was when I first started playing this game. So not going too bad at this point. I'm already up into 9th position, and with this section coming up, the AI tends to be a little bit slower than I am through here. So hopefully I can get this Ferrari down this next straight, or certainly into the next big right-hander after the little straight. We'll see what happens here though. But yeah, I think maybe this is the key, and maybe this is what a lot of developers are going to do moving forward, is just pick one sort of style of racing and stick to that. Now obviously Codemasters have had huge success with the Formula 1 series. Here we go. I'm just going to try and get up the inside. I'm straight past the Ferrari, no problems. But yeah, they've had no end of success with the Formula 1 series, and for good reason. They seem to have mastered that quite well. The career progression is absolutely fantastic. Now this game has been really popular, and it's been more popular than I actually expected, bearing in mind they did just focus on the GT3 side of things. Now obviously it's working out really well for them. Like I say, this could be the way forward for a lot of developers from this moment forward. However, for myself, I do absolutely love variety, and I think there's something that's lacking from this, and that's why I moved away from this, went into Automobilista. I still go back to project cars, and I'm still playing a lot of Gran Turismo as well. And I think that's all just down to the fact that I love that variety. And like I say, this game definitely doesn't have that. But what it does have, and like I've already said, is this ability to do what it does exceptionally well.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Risky moves paying off there. 2 cars on the inside, and it looks like I'm chasing this Ferrari down quite nicely as well. If I can hold my nerve round onto the main straight, we should be able to take him any second as well. In fact, yeah, I'm going to go around the outside. I should be able to do it. I don't know why he's so slow. It's almost like the Aston's holding him up. I should be able to get past that as well. Maybe not into the first corner there, but down into 5th position. I will take that from 16th. This is going exceptionally well. There should be, I believe, 4 or 5 laps in total. It is a 10-minute race, so we'll have to see how we get on. But by far and away the biggest news for Assetto Corsa at the moment is the fact that they've announced that Competizione is going to be coming to consoles. That's right, you'll be able to play it on Xbox and the PlayStation 4 as of, I believe it is June the 23rd, which is great news for Kunos, and the fact that any fans really of the franchise, because it's going to bring a whole new load of people in to play the game. Now whether it is going to be cross-platform for multiplayer, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it's going to be particularly fair if they do it that way, so I'm kind of got my fingers crossed that they do keep it separate for the different systems. But after the success of the original Assetto Corsa across the consoles, I can see exactly why they're doing this, and it is definitely going to be a good thing. The only thing that worries me more than anything else though with this entire scenario is the fact that at the moment ACC just does not play well with the controller on PC, in my opinion at least. Anyway, you really do need a wheel. Now with the console market, you tend to have a lot more casual players out there. A lot of people that will just be lying on a sofa with a control pad looking for a new racing game to play. And I'm not entirely sure that at the moment, in its current sort of situation, it's going to be exactly accessible to everyone in that sort of scenario. Okay, so currently in 4th position, which isn't bad at all, but I am chasing down this Bentley, which doesn't seem too far ahead of me at all. I'm going to have to keep my foot pretty much buried though to try and take him. But the gap between 3rd position and then 2nd and 1st, as you can see there, it seems to be widening out. So the concern is, even if I get past this Bentley, I may struggle to get up into 2nd or 1st position. However, I will take a podium if it comes my way, as I always do. But yeah, this Bentley is definitely causing me issues, although this section here is always, or the AI is always a little bit slower, as I said earlier. So I should be able to come up to the straight at the end of this. Here we go. As you can see, I'm just reeling him in there. I should be able to get to a position where I may be able to take him. So here we go. Yeah, I'm going to try and take him down the outside now. Hopefully I can get past him on the straight section, because I am on the outside here, so he's got a better line than me on the next corner. And as I come round, I'm going to try and squeeze him a little bit, but no, he has still gone straight past me then. So this may be a slight issue, but I'll just keep the pressure on him again. Here we go. I'll try and take the inside if I can. No, I haven't got the legs on him there at all. So the fight will have to continue. Okay, so here's my chance. I'm going to take the outside, well, it's the inside actually, next to the Bentley here. So coming up to this corner, I've definitely got the better line here. If I hang on the inside, oh, he's with me all the way there on the outside. I'm going to have to give him the space just to my left. And again, I've got the inside line now in this next corner. He's trying to sneak past me here. So I keep the line there. Again, he's still beside me. He's not giving up without a fight here. I'm round the outside here onto the straight. He's still with me this whole way, and again he's got the inside line. This is going to be a real struggle, but coming out onto the straight, I've got the better exit there, and I'm back out and I'm into third place. Anyway, back to what I was saying, and yeah, my main concern is that the people that haven't played an Assetto Corsa game before maybe thinking about picking it up on consoles on the 23rd of June there, and they might then really struggle to play it because all they do is play with the controller, and all it's going to do is really turn people off the game. So it can be quite damaging as well unless they really do work on that control mechanism, because not everybody has a wheel, and I think it is really important that they make it as accessible as they possibly can. The other big question is all about next gen consoles as well. We've had loads and loads of releases of trailers coming out for this next gen of consoles, and everyone's getting quite excited by it all. Now, is Assetto Corsa Competizione going to be made for the Series X and the PlayStation 5? I really do have my fingers crossed that they're going to be doing that, because it seems a bit of a shame at this point to just release it for the last generation, and considering how good it looks on the PC, it could really do well on these new consoles and actually be one of the earliest titles to really use the power and the potential that both of those consoles offer. So firmly into the last lap now, and as I predicted, I'm a million miles away from second and first position. I'm not sure what's going on with them, but they do just seem to be so much quicker, and I'm not making up a great amount of time here. But I don't want to jinx things, and this is always the way, but it's that final lap problem. I guarantee you I will make a mistake at some point because I'll be pushing that a little bit too hard. I should be happy that I'm in third place, but it's never quite enough, and I'm sure you guys know that feeling as well. So I do need to just be a little bit careful here as I come round to these final sections, and there we go. I knew it would happen, straight off the track as predicted. But yeah, I don't think there's any way that I was ever going to get up into those two positions, but I will always take a third position, and here we are coming round onto the final straight. So yeah, I've been having loads of fun with the Assetto Corsa. I'm really glad I came back to it. Moving forward, I probably will be picking it up on consoles as well, just so I can compare it and see exactly what it's like compared to the PC version. But anyway, I really hope you have enjoyed today's video. I've had a load of fun putting this one together. Please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to use that comment section down below to get in contact with me, and give the video a like if you've enjoyed what you've seen. Thanks ever so much for coming by the channel today, and I'll see you on the next one.
you.